Hello and welcome to another episode of POV Live. Yep, you saw that headline correctly. I don't understand. Why would you come out weeks ago, or probably even months ago? When was that? I think it was the Power of Women event when she was up there talking boring like always. Why would you come out and tell the entire world that you're going to have your stupid little Christmas special that's obviously a copy of Catherine because you want to get attention like Catherine, and you tell the whole world that it's in November, which I was actually like, okay, it's November. Let's see what day she does this. I thought it was going to be around this time. Right now it's the 10th. I was thinking something like the 15th or the 20th or something. No. Now she changes the date. This is what we're talking about with these kind of moves. Why? Why would you do it? And really, what this shows you is all of those little clips from her stupid as ever website. She did it all at once. Why? Because she's lazy. That's like very obvious. How you doing, Sage? You know we love Sage. Ginger, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. And Mary as well. Well, yeah, Alan, that one right there. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but we can talk about that right now. This is the last one. She's pretty much up. That's it. The Netflix deal is pretty much kaput. After this is done, not really much more left. And remember, they had that story yesterday about Harry and the Netflix. What was it? The Spare book being turned into a mini series. Remember that? We did that story yesterday. Put that on the screen for a quick sec. Why? Because she's losing the connection to Netflix, so she wants to portray it as if she's going to have it. Where is it at? Here it is right here. That's what it is. Because you can really see this is the end. I would say I'm going to predict, I think this is the end. For Meghan Markle and Netflix, I think this is the last of it. I don't know that we're going to see With Love Meghan on Netflix again. Hell, I think it was Paula who said that on X. I think she's the one that said it, or someone else, that's why she was at the Bezos party or the Bezos house. She wanted to talk to Bezos about getting her show on his platform on Amazon, But when you talk about something like this and the story even said informal talks. Oh, okay, so it was a bunch of bullshit. That's why. Because I think this is the end, Alan. I really, really do. She can change the dates. That's all she wants. She still would be a spectacular flop. Well, I think she did this probably because everything happened the way it did, and she can't do anything right now. And really, when you look at it right now, this isn't holiday time. Well, we're going to report on it. And that's what we tell the people, and that's what they tell us. Don't watch it. Don't hate watch. Yeah, don't hate watch. Just watch here. We're going to report on it. Thankfully, it's only going to be one episode, so we're not going to have to sit there and watch Meghan drink for 8 episodes, right? Did they give a new date? Yeah, the new date. This is the thing. She's the one that said, right? LMT, she's the one that said it was going to be in November. So it's not like you and I are coming together and we're making a big stink out of something that's not real, or it's a rumor in Megxit or anything like that, right? She sat up on that damn stage and she said, yeah, my Christmas special is going to be in November. And I remember making the story and I was like, why the it's not enough time. Why the crap would you ever want to do this in November? It's not holiday time. It's Thanksgiving time, right? In November. So what the hell was it for? But no, now she's moved it. And now I believe it is December 3rd. So she did it at the beginning of December. Same thing. Makes no sense. And Princess Catherine's special is usually like the 3rd week of December, right? So she obviously did it that way. It didn't coincide with that. But the funny part was the whole point of saying that it was in November. That was the whole point. So you're not in the same month. Remember when she did that? So it's not looking like she's copying Catherine the way that we know she is, because this is all. And I bet you anything it comes from last year. The fake rented children were watching Catherine's show. Well, Mom, why don't you have a show like that? And Meghan. And and she gets angry, right? You know, she gets angry about it because she's got no talent. But yes, Blinding Truth is totally correct here. Don't hate watch, even if you want to watch a little bit of it. It's only going to be one thing. Just watch us, and we will watch it, and then we will come together, and we will laugh at it. Because I don't think it's going to be very good. I don't. I think it's going to be just like the other ones, but that's fine. You know, I'll put myself through that. It's essentially torture, and that's fine with me. Just got here. Yes, December 3rd from the UK. Love watching this. Oh, thank you so much, Pauline. Does she get to change the date? Doesn't Netflix do that? I'm pretty sure. The thing about it is, I doubt that Netflix has any power. I'm pretty sure everything comes from her. So Meghan probably looked around because it's the 10th, right now. And Meghan probably looked around and she said that there's too much happening here. Too much stuff is going on in November. So there's no reason to put it out because it's not going to hit. And it's not. And I totally agree. At least would I say that this is a good idea? Yes. Congratulations, Meghan. You made one good move. Jesus. And even then, the entire thing is not a good move. But moving it to December, yeah, that's when it's supposed to be. December 3rd, I would have said maybe the 12th. What days? Let's find that out. What day was Catherine Christmas special in 2024? Let's see. Let's find that out. Together service. Oh no. Holy shnikes. All right, this is some big news right here. So last year, let's look at the calendar. I thought that Catherine's thing was in the middle of the month. Really, Meghan? Really? This is what she's going to do? Really, Meghan? Really? Oh, my God. Okay. So this is what we're doing now? This is what we're doing? All right. So Meghan's is the 3rd. And last year, it was on the 6th. So what was the 6th of last year? The 6th was on a Friday. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. Oh, my God. This is the ultimate copy. It doesn't get any worse than this. I thought that Catherine's was going to be around here. I didn't even know that last year it was on the 6th. Holy crap on it. Oh, my God. So she's doing it to coincide with Catherine's because Catherine puts out hers on December 6th, which is basically the first weekend of December. So when's Meghan doing it? December 3rd, which means we just have to find out when Catherine's is. Is there any news of that? Let's see. Catherine special 2025. Catherine together, Christmas Carol, celebrate heroes. No, there hasn't even been an announcement yet of when that's going to be. Man, clown, right? Oh my God, this is clown stuff. And I wish I could say the S word right now, but it's not 20 minutes in. Damn. Oh my God, share the stream. Let everybody know what's going on. Meghan Markle just copied Catherine again. Ugh, this is typical. This is so typical. This is so freaking typical. Why did I think it was going to be anything different? Why? Why did I think? Man. Damn. And see, it's right here. Look. December 3rd. See? So Meghan Markle moved the date, and she's the one that said that. That's the big thing. I know, right? Shocker. Shocker. You know, Meghan Markle was the one that said she wanted to do it in November. She said that on the stupid stage where she was doing most powerful women, right? Princess Catherine's probably the 5th, do you think? I would say so because last year it was on the 6th, which was a Friday. Hold on, let me go back again. I didn't see it. June. The 6th was a Friday last year. So then this year The 5th is a Friday, which means that Meghan's is going to be on the Wednesday right before it. Oh, man. Damn. Second verse, same as the first. Lori, oh, man. You know what this means to me? That they don't care anymore. We've already seen Harry. He played his little bullshit fake royal tour over there in Canada while William was in Brazil, right? So this is obviously happening because they don't care. They're going to keep on doing this. And there's nothing that you can defend this with. There just isn't. And especially because we didn't know the date. Like, if it would be very different, watch. It would be very, very different if you're talking about, okay, Meghan is on the 3rd. You see the 3rd right there? That's a Wednesday. It would be very, very different if Catherine's was on the 12th or the 19th, right? That's what I had thought, because I didn't actually see the date last year, right? That would be a very different story. But you're trying to tell me that if Catherine does it the same week that she did it last year, that means it'll be on the 5th and Meghan's will be on the 3rd. And we're not supposed to say that that's Meghan copying Catherine. We're not supposed to say that. I mean, yeah, who was the one that said it? This is like the royal family. Somebody said it. Can we deport them both? Where did it say? Somebody said, yeah, the royal family needs to do something. I mean, this is like disrespect. This is on purpose. You could see it, that it's absolutely unequivocally on purpose. And it makes sense, right? Because if you think about it, it's the 10th. If it would have came out today or next week, the 15th, anywhere in there, no big deal. And even really, that's what I had said when she had chosen November. I was like, November? That's kind of stupid. And then now, here we are. She puts this out today on her own. And that's what's even worse. Watch, we can go and look. It's on her page. I forgot who said in the chat, does she choose or did Netflix choose? No, I think she chose. So it's already late enough in the live. We'll do a poll. Did Meghan Markle change the date herself to coincide with Catherine's Christmas special? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Because I don't know how. I truly don't. I don't know how you defend this. I don't know how you say that this isn't what it is. Meghan yet again copying Princess Catherine. See, they're all coming in. It's just, I was going to report on this and I made this live and I thought it was just going to be, oh, okay, we're going to report. And then, it's fine. It's the 3rd, Catherine's, whatever. That's why I made such a big reaction when I saw that Catherine's was actually on the 6th. It's right there. The 6th. And the problem that I have is, of course, this is going to be defended, right? That's the part that pisses you off so hard. It pisses you off. Of course, they're gonna defend it in the mainstream media. Meghan Markle's fans are gonna defend it. They're gonna defend saying, no, she's not doing that. It's so obvious that she is. It's so freaking obvious. That's why she's doing it. And really, I mean, you should have done it. You should have done it on the same damn day. It would have been better. It would have been more entertaining. See, because Catherine would be right here on the 5th because last year it was on the Friday, so it was the 6th. And then Meghan's here on the Wednesday. Just get some balls, Meghan. Do it on the same day. Why are you being such a coward? Why? Dang. It's just ridiculous, man. You can't. I mean, you think that she can't go any lower, and she does. It's hilarious. Look, I am all red, man. And you can't say that it's not on purpose. You just can't. You can't. There's no defending this. At least I don't see any way. I see no way to defend this at all. To try and say what? That she moved it because I can't come up with anything. Literally, I can't come up with anything. There's no defense. There's no defense if, and this is if, remember, we don't know Catherine's date yet. There's no defense when we do find out when the announcement is for Catherine and her Christmas special, which if it's by the way it went last year, it's going to be 2 days later. It's just same as Harry wore a velvet Kardashian birthday, just like William wore. I know these people, and I just don't understand. I don't. No one cares about Markle Christmas. Well, I think all of these publications are just going to run the stuff out of it. They're going to run the stuff out of it hard. Is Harry in it? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like she gets pissed off at him and she doesn't want him in it because it's her thing. You know, there's a real big inferiority complex here, and nobody really ever talks about that. Why? Because that's really insulting. I think that this woman, along with her friend Emma Gred, and along with all those other women in that little circle, I think they all have rich husbands. Okay. Harry's worth 60 million from what the last time we heard. Emma Gred's husband is worth 600 million, right? These women have rich husbands and they feel inferior because they have nothing. So when Meghan does something like this, no. I'll tell you when you can come in. I'll tell you when you're going to have a spot in my show. This is my show. This has nothing to do with you. And you know how it is with everybody. People care about Harry. No one cares about it. No offense. If it wasn't for Harry, Meghan wouldn't exist. Because if Harry had a different wife, we'd be talking about her. Now, not necessarily us here in America, because if Harry's other wife was, I don't know, a princess in a different European country, then nobody would really care, right? It wouldn't be newsworthy. But the fact that Meghan is an American and a call girl, allegedly, like all those things, that's why we talk about her. And I don't think she gets that. I think that she genuinely thinks she's famous. She genuinely thinks that everything is about her and that she's a star. And she doesn't understand that it's because of a man, the toxic feminist Meghan Markle. It's because of a man that she is even talked about at all. I bet you anything. And that's why these women have seat at the table dinners, because their husbands are rich and they have nothing. And it's actually kind of sad. It's really inferiority complex. Like, yeah, have some balls, dude, for real. Like Sage, you know we love Sage. Sage says, have some balls, Meghan. Put it on the 5th. Put it on the day. And you want to know what's even funnier is, when are we going to find out Catherine's? What if Catherine announces hers today or tomorrow? So then that means Meghan announced hers first, so that way she could announce it first. And then even then, right, let's say that Catherine puts it on the 5th, which is the Friday, which is last year it was the 6th. Then Meghan will say that Catherine is copying her because Catherine put it 2 days later. We know how all of this is going to go. Oh, it's exhausting. How you doing, Cassie? Thank you so much for being here. Maisie had to prove how much she better is than Cat. Exactly right, Mary. And I thought she was done with the proving era. What happened to that? Meghan. Evil Meghan. Very, very vindictive. I think it's wrong, man. I do. I think it's very wrong. She was just done Christmas in July, right? It's laughable competing with someone she will never succeed at, dangerously obsessed. And that's the thing, you know, when you're talking about this, it's happened too many times. I mean, I don't even know if I can find them. There's been so many damn times. How many times has she now copied Catherine? Damn, we got to be talking about hundreds of times here. It's just so ridiculous. I know it's the one with the rose. Yeah, I don't know. But you know what we were mean. You know what we were saying. Yeah, everybody knows what we mean by that. She's the most insecure. Come on, right, Casey? That's what could it possibly be? This doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it'll say in the report when this comes out, because this just was on her Instagram, right? This came out like 40 minutes ago. So when there's a mainstream media report, it could say, oh, well, she moved the date from November when she said it was November. She moved it to December 3rd because of this or because of this reason, right? But in reality, it's because Catherine's is supposed to be the same week, which is just so petty. It is so petty. I don't want to stick up for Harry. He looks depressed. I mean, hey, man, that's what you get. I don't feel sorry for him. At one point, I did. I won't lie. At one point, I used to say, damn, bro, you let this woman come into your life and ruin everything. And that was like 2023, early 2024. And everything changed over time, you know. And I realized that the guy's, he's on with it, man. He's with it. He's, especially with what happened this morning. We got another video coming out later today at 4 from Meghan's clapback. We all remember that. Meghan is deluded enough to think it's all her people want to know about. Yeah. I am LMT. Absolutely. She really believes that she's the star. That's why. She really does. First to matter. Absolutely. Yeah, Cassie. She's just jealous. I think it's not only jealousy, but it's also insecurity. Like, there's no reason to do this. And I would love to see. I'm really excited to see what this is going to be claimed as. What's going to be the reason for moving it from November to December 3rd? Now, obviously, because in November, it's not going to hit. Nobody's going to watch that crap. But then again, who's going to watch it in December? Why? Because maybe, right? Maybe if she can push the angle, and obviously we're going to talk about it, she can push the angle that it's copying Catherine, she thinks more people will watch. Well, no, Meghan, people are going to watch this show, and then we're going to laugh at you. That's what it is. Copying Diana, her husband, copy Catherine, get her William. Very pathetic. I agree. I very much agree. I think this right here, finding out this information the way that we did, finding out that Catherine usually does it on the first week of December and Meghan purposely moves hers to the first week of December, that's pathetic, man. That's the word for it, pathetic. That really is. She changed it to December 3rd. And just so we have a little catching up all the people that barely got here, she changed it to December 3rd. You can see right there. And if Catherine does her Christmas special the same day that she did it last year, it would be December 5th, 2 days later. This is just petty, bro. This is petty. This is right, Cassie. He did it himself. Could be. It definitely could be. She'll never outshine Catherine. Not gonna happen. Definitely not gonna happen. He made his choice. Now live with it. That's the way it goes. And I'll never. You know who I don't understand really? The people that I don't understand are the British journalists. I don't understand. I guess it's because they remember Harry when he was younger or something. I don't get it. Like, they always feel sorry for him. Either that or he pays them, which he probably does as well. Be honest, from the Daily Mail, no one's interested. Probably. Watching Christmas movies starting with Die Hard. Damn right. Damn right. That's what he gets for being a beta male. It's tough, right? And really, when you're talking about what he does and how he does it, how he chooses to do it, the only thing you can think is that she owns his ass, right? And that idea, what I just said, is without the conspiracy, the conspiracies about how they're separated and they just come together for public appearances, that whole conspiracy. If the marriage is real and you and I are living in a real world where they're actually married, in my mind, I'm going to say this. There is no way in friggin' hell it's not. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say the F word. Never mind. There's no way in effing hell that they're equal in the marriage. No. If they are married, Meghan is here and he's down here. That's what it is. If they are married, and that's without all the conspiracies, that's without they come together, they live in different homes, that's without all of that, right? There's no other explanation. And especially like this thing that happened this weekend where she got him to change clothes, literally. When they were at that baby to baby thing, he was wearing the Colonel Sanders special, the thin tie, and he was wearing a normal suit. And then she got him to change, and he changed into the velvet suit because he's copying William. She changed into the velvet suit. See? And this was this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then Meghan claps back at 4:20 in the Daily Mail. And that video That video is coming out at 4:00 later today. We did a video on that, on Meghan's clapback. So, oh, hold on. I got a package. Damn it. This always happens. This always happens when I'm on stream. Give me 1 minute. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So, yeah, like this right here. Look, you see, this one is the one that Meghan claims was the one that was earlier, right? And this one is the one that Meghan claims was later, right? The problem, this is the issue with this bullshit, Meghan. You're going to put out press one day after the other, because this press, okay, that came out Saturday night. Not even Saturday night. That's not true. Saturday afternoon. I believe the time was something like 5:30 in the afternoon. That's when this one hit. And then this one came out the next day in the afternoon. And then today, oh, no. She went on the same night to two different places. Well, what the hell did he change for? Because she told him to change, so that way they could get the headlines 2 days in a row. Because as we know, Meghan Markle is a attention W word. I'm not going to say that word, but you know what I'm saying, right? So, of course, she had to do that. And that's why he was pissed. He was pissed because she told him, oh, do you think you could change your clothes so that way we can get the headlines 2 days in a row? What kind of stupid crap is that? We got to end the drug war today with the massive $10 super chat. 360 watching live. Oh, yeah, making it happen. So with the super chat, we're going to do a quick recap. Meghan has changed the date. Pathetic. There is no way to say anything other than that. This is pathetic. Meghan changes the date. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me do this. She changes the date to coincide with the same week that Princess Catherine will probably plan to do hers. Absolutely and utterly pathetic, I have to say. And I don't care that I'm insulting her. I don't care what the Sussex squad say. I don't give a damn. This is pathetic in the most ridiculous way. So then we put right here, December 3rd. You know, it's actually sad, man. It pisses you off. And unfortunately, what this does is now Catherine is going to have to either rethink when she's going to do her show, or probably face the consequences of Meghan Markle's PR. This is stupid. She put her in a corner. She put Catherine in a corner, because if Catherine does it, then you know what Meghan's, what do you call it? Her PR are going to say, oh, well, Catherine is the one that's copying her. Meghan announced it first. And why is Catherine announcing hers on December 5th? That means that Catherine is the one copying. And what has been going on in the last, 3 months, right? Every single time Meghan does something that she copies her, everyone calls her out. Everyone in the press, everyone on social media, everybody calls her out. So of course, right? Of course. Let me go back up to these. I sent the post you did. Oh, thanks so much. Piggybacking, hope her shit show gets mentioned. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's Catherine's isn't mentioned yet. So if it does happen, 5-5, if it does happen, it's going to be on the 5th, 2 days later. Like it's such bullshit is what it is. I swear. It's actually really infuriating. Like it's like rhymes with door with a W. A new low every day. Yeah. Wait, what? Sussex squad? Where? Who is it? Oh, did you? Who cares? I already took that person to school like 2 weeks ago. They're nothing. I don't even have to worry about them. No one is going to watch this. Yeah, except for us. And Ted Sarandos is still going to say that Markle's the most popular celebrity alive. Unbelievable. Maybe when he was saying that, now it all depends because this is the last one. There is nothing planned, at least, for With Love Meghan after this. Maybe once it's over, he's not even going to say anything. That's the only thing, because he's not going to badmouth someone that he has on his roster. But after With Love Meghan is over and she's no longer with him, then there's no reason to even give a shit about her. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You know, Ted is another client. Oh, I could totally see it. Absolutely. Yeah. It makes the difference when she does the Princess of Wales, has outclassed her with everything. H&M, yeah, utterly vile. I think this, Debbie, that word vile, I don't use that word very often, but this is, because not only is this the most blatant copying, but the fact that she moved it from November to the first week of December, knowing that Catherine does it on the first week of December, that's vile. I agree with that. That is vile. I think you got some balls, lady, to do that. And like I said, pay attention to this in the coming weeks. If Catherine announces hers for December 5th, like it says there, if Catherine announces hers, then Meghan's PR is going to say that Catherine is copying her. Oh, I can just see it. It's total bullshit. It's absolute crap. Catherine has a religious theme. Meghan will be drinking wine. I know, right? If she gets all hopped up, I swear. I mean, there's a bunch of wine glasses there. See, look. See, if we actually look at this thing, I don't see any. I mean, her. You know, I'm going to be, this isn't kind of offensive, but her hands don't look 43. I'm sorry. That's the truth. Meghan, like, you see her hand right there? I don't know. I've never thought her hands look, or 44. She's supposed to be 44, right? Her hands don't look 44. They look like my grandma's hands. When my grandma was like 80. Dude, shut up. I own you. You're my slave. That's why you're here. Her hands, she looks like, yeah, right? Right? Your hands give away your age, right? Her hands, I don't know. It's weird. It really is. It's just the truth. It's like, it's weird. 50. Catherine should do it any day she wants. I believe she usually films it in the first week, but doesn't broadcast it until 1 or 2 days before Christmas. What? That's not what this says. Christmas Eve. So this is when it's live, and then this is when the service was broadcast on Christmas Eve. So this is when it takes place, and then also they broadcast it, I guess, again, because this is going to be live. Jeez. She hosted it. Service was broadcast. It was broadcast. Yeah, I do remember that. There was 2 stories, right? Last year. And they talked about both of them. Yeah, I do remember that. Show it. Okay. I don't know. Well, it's not body shaming. It's just a hand. It's not the feet, right? It's not the feet. Mm-mm. Hold on. Damn it. See, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've seen it before, and that's not the first time I see it. Like, That looks like my grandma's hands. I remember my grandmother. She was like 89 years old. And are these age spots? No, not going to say that. Don't say that. Got to watch it, I don't know. I'm just saying. Hmm. Hmm. Some people say she's 50. Some people say she's at 44. The neck, too. Catherine knows her stuff will get watched for the content. Meghan gets watched to get laughed at. I don't even, yeah, I think that when you're talking about what she's doing, this is probably what it is, right, Cassie? It has to be something to drum up attention. That's what it is. She records a special early, gets some pics out. The TV service goes Christmas Eve. Claus, mine look better. I never hate watch. Yeah. See, that's the thing is we're not hate watching for us here. Where of course we're reporting because of the channel, but there is a lot of people that they did that last time, but not the second season, right? Don't forget that the second season failed. It didn't even get hate watching. And no offense, Meghan, packing bags. What kind of crap was that? Packing bags, really? You're going to put that in a show? That's stupid. Okay, we're going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you so much for being here, where Meghan Markle seems to have moved her Christmas special to coincide with Catherine's Christmas special because she's insecure and she has to make everything about herself, just like everything else that we report on. So thank you so much for being here. We will catch you next time.